watching Inside Automotive with Jim Fitzpatrick.
As we close out the year, it's more important than ever for dealers to understand how to drive profits and consumer satisfaction at the same time. Today, we're checking back in with someone who knows a thing or two about going above and beyond, I should say. The 2023 Time Dealer of the Year and president of Gary Rome Hyundai and Gary Rome now Kia, Mr. Gary Rome. Thank you so much for joining us on the show, Gary.
Good morning, Jim.
Yeah. Fantastic. So you do know a thing or two about customer satisfaction and also giving back to your community. There's not a time that we go to social media and there's Gary Rome with some big, huge check giving it away to some great cause in your community. Talk to me about the importance of that.
Yeah, we're happy to be able to do that. We don't feel like we have to do that. We feel like we get to. And it's important that we choose charitable endeavors that are important to our employees.
Mm-hmm.
So we're all dialed in and they're invested in it. This year we just October was breast cancer awareness month, so we were happy to sponsor the Rays of Hope, their 30th anniversary here in Springfield, and we had over 20,000 walkers that day.
Wow.
And we walked to raise money for breast cancer research. Yeah, that was exciting. And right now we're in the middle of our Ronald McDonald House Trees of Hope event, where we fill our showroom with decorated Christmas trees that have been donated by local individuals and companies. And many of the trees have more than $1,000 worth of gift cards on there. We had a Hope event I had an auctioneer from the auction came in and we did a live auction. We raised a little over $40,000 for Ronald McDonald House in one night.
That is fantastic.
So
wow.
Yeah.
That is fantastic. It has obviously the reason that you're Times Dealer of the Year. Did that inspire you even more when you got that and said, okay, I'm taking it to the next level here?
I don't think so. We've been doing this for such a long time. We just continue to do what we do. Last year we had about 26 different initiatives that we're involved in. And we have it all planned out. This is what we do. And then next month we're going to do this and do that.
Sure.
And we're excited. It's great for the community. It's great to make a difference. I had a client, this is not the intention, but it does work out that way, that a lot of people come here, clients, and they say, the reason I'm here is because of all you do for the community.
That's right.
And there was a gentleman in here yesterday to buy a vehicle, and he came up and shook my hand, and he started crying because he said, Ronald McDonald House, I stayed there for 2 months when my son was sick, and it means so much to me. And
wow,
that's why I'm buying a car today.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And I think, and it's okay that happens to be one of the byproducts of your company and you doing so much for the community, that people do in kind feel as though they're doing business with a great company that is giving back, right? I mean, I think it's also, I don't want to say it's the reason, because it's not the reason you do it or the reason Nike does it or McDonald's or any of the others, but it is definitely makes an impact in the community to the point that now they feel like it's their way of also helping for you to give back, right?
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And also for us as a business, we attract like-minded people that want to come and work for our company.
Yeah.
After the publicity with Time Magazine's Dealer of the Year and all the promotion and so on, we've hired 7 or 8 people to our company this year alone, and we're all in alignment. We have a very vibrant corporate culture, and we're all in alignment. We all do things together. A lot of people do it on their own time.
That's fantastic. That is great. Well, switching gears a little bit, talk to me about your business today. Inventory levels back to normal before, or I should say prior to COVID hitting?
Yes, of course, we get plenty of inventory just in time for the winter so we can clean snow off of it. But yes, inventory levels are back. Certain models are still difficult to get, but I'm happy that our manufacturers have responded to the increase in inventory, have increased the incentives. Hyundai, for example, has come out with 0% for 60 months, and people want to see that there's still a lot of cash out there, and there's still a lot of cash buyers. So now we have 0%, so we have something to talk about with them so they can keep their cash.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Do they get 0 or a rebate, or do they
get 0, or in this case, with our most popular model, they get 0 or $2,500. Right.
Okay. But you're able to advertise that 0, which really helps in today's high interest rate environment that we're in, right?
Yes.
And so let me ask you, the consumers in your area, in your market, responsive to EVs? Do they want them? Do they not want them? As you know, I talk to dealers all over the country. I get it's just a bag of mixed answers when I ask that question. Where do you stand on EVs?
Well, EV is every one of our advertisements. We focus on that. I'll talk about Hyundai for a second. They have, as part of a lease, you can get the $7,500 tax credit up front. You have a state rebate of $3,500. Hyundai stepped up, and they're giving a free level 2 charger and a $600 installation credit with every purchase or finance. So we've seen that, but it's still only about 7 to 8% of our business.
Okay.
Right? There's still, even though the lease is better and it's really attractive, we don't have the capacity, we don't have the infrastructure for people that live in an apartment building, for example,
right,
to charge their vehicle. And it's not, people are still a little resistant to it. But, there is there's more EVs in the market now.
Yeah.
So there's more to choose from.
Sure. Do you think the industry is moving at too fast a pace on the EV issue? And a lot of dealers I talk to are like, hey, I know they're trying to really get the EV thing going. But to your point, a lot of apartments and the infrastructure is not there. There's still range anxiety and such, as one dealer called it, charge anxiety. They can't charge them. That's the problem. It's not the range, it's the charging. Right. But regardless, do you think that the industry is moving too fast from the OEM side?
I think it's moving a little bit too fast, but it's coming. Hyundai and Kia have both invested billions of dollars in new plants, battery plants, and production facilities in Georgia. So we know it's not going away, right? So we know it's here to stay, and we're doing a good job educating our clients. I have an Evolve Plus program. I'm one of 6 dealers in the country right now. So you can rent an EV and try the EV, see if it's right for your lifestyle before you actually, pull the trigger and buy or lease one.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
How do you see 2023 ending? Are you going to close a strong year compared to last year?
It's been very strong. I've been a Hyundai dealer for 26 years and Kia for 18 years. So we have a lot of clients. So we have a lot of repeat business. Leasing is a big part of our business. So we have a lot of returning lessees. So we're going to close out strong. And it's always busy between Christmas and New Year's. We're always trying that final
last minute.
I try to explain to our team that every day is the end of the month, but they don't see it. We're always a big push at the end of the month.
We've been trying to do that.
I think we'll be strong. We will be up over last year, even though last year was the best year we've ever had. We'll be up. Sales will be up.
Wow.
Grosses are down a little bit.
Okay.
For sure, because there's more inventory, more availability.
Sure.
We have to dig a little deeper to make a few deals.
Sure. People are keeping their cars longer, so fixed ops doing great?
Fixed ops, we are just, in need of technicians like everyone else. There's 5 technicians right now. Our capacity, we ran out of room, so I built this large car wash, dog wash detail center. So now we have more room. We can put more lifts in our service center and move our recon over to another building. So yes, we definitely have a backlog of we have more business than we can handle in fixed ops.
Wow, that's fantastic. I talked to all of the business, the M&A advisors out there that help dealers in the country. And whenever I ask them what's on the short list of desired dealerships for dealer groups to buy, Kia and Hyundai is on every one of those lists. Does it surprise you how far Kia and Hyundai as a brand have come in the last 10 or 15 years?
It doesn't surprise me because it's just part of their culture. They're so focused on quality. They over-engineer everything. They're very approachable. They work really well with the dealers. The communication is excellent. They have facility programs. So they're not going to rest until they're at their number one. So It doesn't surprise me at all.
Right. Well, that's fantastic. 2024, before I let you get out of here, what's your take on 2024? Going to be a good year? Are you going to try to top that year? You think that's possible, the 2023?
Absolutely. Our goal is 15%. I don't think we're going to hit 15% increase. We're going to dial it back to about a 10% increase. But we have the advantage because with this car wash, dog wash, we'll have between 50,000 and up to 100,000 car washes a year. So these folks will be coming right here to the property. They'll see the cars, and we'll have the ability to sell cars and service cars to individuals that would have never been here before.
That is fantastic. Really appreciate it all the time. Gary Rome, President and CEO of Gary Rome Hyundai and Gary Rome Kia. Thanks so much for your time. I know our dealers watching will get a lot out of it and continued success. Congratulations on all your continued success.
Thank you very much.
Great. Great.
Have a nice Thanksgiving.
Thank you. You as well.
Thanks for watching Inside Automotive with Jim Fitzpatrick.